Hey guys, welcome to the NRL Saturday best bets video. 3 games that we're going to look at, and I have my 2 best bets for the games today. In this video, I'm going to explain what those bets are and why I'm personally putting them on. Last night, we hit both games in the NRL. The Raiders-Warriors game, either team 1 to 12 hit at $1.75. And then in the Roosters-Rabbitohs game, took the Roosters to win, who obviously won very easily. Also hit both bets in the AFL, if you're betting on the AFL as well. So really good start to the weekend, and hopefully we can continue that through to today. So the first game, or the early game, Bulldogs take on Titans. Personally, this is a stay away betting game for me. Both teams are really on struggle street. Bulldogs have shown a little bit in glimpses and in patches. And then the Titans, there was a bit of expectation around them this season, but so far, their opening game will only put up 4 points against the Dragons, who lost the following week by 38 points to 0. Really doesn't look good. So I'm just going to stay away from this game, kind of see how the Titans show up, what they do, and then that'll help me make decisions on them moving forward. The next game, though, I've decided is going to be a betting game. The Dragons take on the Cowboys. Cowboys have a really good record against the Dragons. They've won the past 4 in really convincing fashion. If we bring up the trend report here, go to the Dragons-Cowboys game. So the Cowboys have won the last 4, 42-22. So a 20-point win, 26-point win, 29-point win, and then a 12-point win. 2 of those have been on the road as well. And they just really made a mess of the Dragons. When I was considering whether betting into this game or not, I do think the Cowboys are going to win. And just like whether I'm going to take the -6.5 or not. I did also consider the over in this matchup, but the fact the Dragons were held scoreless last week doesn't fill me with much confidence of that. However, the reason I was just contemplating whether to take the Cowboys here is because they do play the Broncos next week, and I'm always wary of teams when they have a big matchup coming up in their following game. But I think they're good enough to win this game against the Dragons. I couldn't get away from the form lines through these sides. We can use the Dolphins as that reference. The Cowboys beat the Dolphins convincingly 43-18, and then the Dragons the following week lost to the Dolphins 38-0. So if we use them as the form reference, and obviously teams don't perform exactly the same every week, that was enough for me just to have a single bet on the Cowboys. So I'm going to take North Queensland -6.5 at $1.90. It's not my favorite because there are a couple of negatives, as I mentioned, but I think they're good enough to win and win by more than a converted try. And then the later game, the Tigers take on the Sharks. I feel like this is an easy win here for the Sharks. I'm surprised the line's only -11.5. Don't love taking lots of favorites in the NRL. I do like to have the few underdogs in there. But I think this is a game the Sharks should be able to win and cover easily. They've won the past 2, 36-12, so 24-point wins, 26-point win in the game prior, and 30-point win. That's over the past 3 seasons. Sharks have covered all of those, so I am surprised. The line from the last game was -23.5, and the fact that that has come down to -11.5 for this game. So Sharks -11.5 should be able to win this comfortably. They have a great record against the Tigers, winning 10 of the past 11. Tigers really didn't do all that much in their opening game against Canberra. And so it's hard to see them getting past the Sharks here or even keeping this game close. The Sharks had a bit of a slow start against the Bulldogs, had to deal with Nikorima's sin bin in the first half, but at 13 aside, they're able to run right away with the game in the second half. So those are the 2 plays we're going with. Cowboys -6.5, and then Sharks -11.5. If you're following along, good luck. I'll be posting my bets for the Sunday games tomorrow morning, so keep an eye out for that video. And also, if you're interested in betting in the AFL and horse racing, make sure you check out the other videos in the channel.